My name is Tene Sommer, and this is Marbella Life. I'll be talking to some of my friends and interesting people to find out more what it's like to live and work here. Join me for my first episode with the lovely Margit, who has been living in Spain for over 20 years now. She's had a colourful life, living in New York at the age of 16 and finally ending up in Marbella to raise her son and to sell luxury villas. We'll be chatting about everything from botox to mindset and, of course, what it's like to live in Marbella.
Yeah, competition here is fierce. Fierce.
You have to be a shark.
You have to be a shark here, okay? But you need to be a good shark here.
Nice cars, the beach club, the champagne, which is all there, but there is so much more to Marbella.
Absolutely. And very many women are doing is just they are changing their faces. They are already very beautiful women and they just rack their face. I think these are the things they all, at the end of the day, they help you to look healthier. You have to be positive, and in order to get this energy, you just start doing things. Just get busy, you know. The busier you get, you know, the more doors are gonna open for you, more possibilities you're gonna have, and this is what makes me happy.
Hello, Margit.
Good
welcome.
morning. Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
What a beautiful day.
Indeed. Just another beautiful
day
in
in
Marbella.
paradise.
Exactly.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Yes?
I'm fine. Yeah, full of energy.
How was your morning?
Always. My morning, I was up already at 7.
Well done.
Did a little bit of work and went to the gym today. So
that's why you look so good.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'm so glad you came to talk to me today about life in Marbella. You know, you have done so much in your life, and your story is so interesting. How did you end up in Marbella? How did you end up in Spain? Because we are originally actually from the same small country in Estonia, you know.
And the same town.
Same town.
Pärnu,
which is
Estonia,
crazy.
which
because
is crazy.
We never knew each other from Pärnu, and we meet here in Marbella, on the other side of the world. But I guess we had to meet for a reason.
Absolutely.
So,
thank you for inviting me.
No,
it's an honor to be here.
It's a pleasure. So I would like you to actually talk a little bit about your life before Marbella. Like you have a very interesting story, how you managed to get out of Estonia, little tiny Estonia, to go and see the foreign country. So I want you to tell me briefly, how did that happen? Because it wasn't easy at those times.
Yes, you are referring to Soviet times,
Yes.
yeah? Okay, so that was from you know, those steel curtain to actually to discover other countries. That was actually something amazing that happened to me. But that was all in 89 when a group of our school from Pärnu, Pärnu school, we went to United States. Only 7 pupils at that time. And
you were how old then?
I was then 16.
16.
I was then 16. And we were there for 2 weeks, and I made contacts, and yeah, it was just something, you know, I had never even been to Finland before. Of
course, and when I was 16, well, I think I traveled first maybe when I was 16 or 17 also, because at that time we couldn't go anywhere.
Exactly. So
only Russia.
Yeah, we had been traveling in ex-Soviet Union, absolutely, but not any other capitalist countries, you know.
So America was like a big American dream.
So big American dream. You know, you would see at the movies only, you know, those skyscrapers and all this, you know, and it was all happening all of the time, all of a sudden. So it was mind-boggling, and for them as well.
But then you ended up going back to Pärnu.
Yes. So this is where my brain started ticking.
I was like, oh, I've seen something else.
Yes, I've seen something else, and I want to do it again. So I basically started working on my language skills because I wasn't very good at English. Also, I had to start doing preparations because getting for example, a flight ticket at that time, you had to reserve it a year before your flight.
My goodness.
1
Imagine.
year.
Now we are doing with the phone in 1 second.
Exactly, but 1 year. And I started doing my preparations. So I studied every night. I remember English. I had only, we didn't have any materials. The internet didn't exist. Nothing existed. So I had those couple of books and the dictionary. And so basically I was just
reading,
memorizing words, reading, studying every day, 1 hour and a half for 1 year.
Oh my God. But what was your goal then? To speak English and to go back to America and to stay there?
No. The plan was there already.
It's like, I want to go.
Yeah. The plan was there. Tickets reserved.
I'm going to go and stay.
I'm going to go and stay, but I need the language. So this is how I started preparing myself, okay? I did all the interviews in English, I got my visa, I got the visa for my mom, but then I traveled alone.
So you managed to get on a flight alone to New York from Pärnu. It's not from Pärnu, obviously, from Tallinn, but...
No, we went
you had to go to Moscow.
No, you had to go to Moscow. I was in Sheremetyevo.
Oh, wow. And then you went on a plane alone. You managed to get into New York, and then what happened? So then, where did you stay? Or?
This is where I stayed with the family I had met a year before, and things just started happening. First my idea was just to stay with them for maybe 2 months to spend the summer there, or 2-3 months, but then. As always, when you start doing things, new doors they open for you. So then I had a proposal from my family part that, why don't you stay? Why don't you stay and go to high school here? And why don't you stay for a longer period? And that was the deal. So that was a nice family with 4 kids. So I was taking care of those kids. I started actually taking care of those kids in the family. And that kind of expanded to the whole street.
So you started babysitting the whole street?
Exactly,
wow.
exactly. So this is how I actually got started.
Okay, and you were actually babysitting some famous people's children as well.
One was one was the composer for many songs for Whitney Houston, for example, and there were very many celebrities in this area at that time. I've seen Cindy Crawford many times. I know Michael Douglas, Richard Gere. They all lived in the area, so it was really, really nice. All, for example, TV people, they live within the area, so
you felt.
So that was,
How did you feel living there then? You felt like you were part of the American dream?
I mean, if you're coming from Soviet Union and then you go to live in one of the top places in the world, then it did feel like dream sometimes, really.
So then what happened? So then you're already living this life like you wanted in New York. And you were then 17?
Yes.
Only 17? And then what happened? You had to come back.
Yes, time to come back because I did want to finish the school still in my home country. Okay, I don't know why, but I just thought that maybe I should go back. Okay, and Estonia had become free. As well, independent. So I decided I have to go, but
you already got a glimpse of life abroad. You didn't want to stay in Pärnu, obviously, after coming back from the States.
That
so
you
had
from
the idea
that exactly from that moment on. Even though you're still a kid, right? You're a teenager, but you're still a kid, right? But that year I became a totally different person. I became like an old soul, like old person, So and from that moment on, when I came back to Estonia, the whole Estonia felt very small for me. So it was just a matter of time where I would leave again.
Okay, yes.
So and that happened as well. So I did move to Tallinn. I did move to Tallinn, and I lived in Tallinn for 10 years.
And you finished your school and you went to study?
Yes, exactly. So, and this is how I actually ended up in Spain.
So that's where we want to go.
Yes.
We want to go to Spain.
This is where I ended up in Spain because I started learning Spanish language in Estonian Business School.
Yeah, like me. That's
like
where
you as well. Yeah, exactly.
I
and I had this fantastic Spanish teacher, Tia Maria. I think the
I
whole
love her.
Estonia knows her.
Say hi to Tia Maria if you're watching.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Gracias.
you.
Gracias.
Yeah, gracias. Yeah. She would say, "Oh, Spanish,
she would
Spanish."
be so happy.
Yeah. But so I started learning Spanish with her, and I was studying at the same time in Estonian Business School. So then I thought, okay, why not? Why not doing 1 year exchange student in Madrid, for example? I learned the language and I finished the school. I just get a different experience. And again, I thought about it. I did it.
So
it's very easy with me when I decide something.
You don't really contemplate.
No, I don't contemplate.
Like,
okay, this is the plan now. Yeah, that's now the plan. I do this and then I do this, and the rest sorts itself out, and it always does.
Yeah. I think people a lot of the time they're just thinking, "Oh, I should go there. I should do this," but they never do anything about it.
They never do.
Yeah.
But actually, what does it's the action what counts,
so
not
true.
the thought.
Yeah.
The action.
Yeah,
you gotta move. You gotta move.
I totally agree. I think people think that, oh, I have to change my mindset and then I can start doing things. No,
excuses.
You have to do things,
they are always
and then
excuses.
your mindset will change
as
you do things.
Exactly. So this is how I actually came to Madrid. Okay.
And so you've been in Spain now for 23 years.
23 years, yes. 2001 I came here.
That's a long time. So from Madrid, you finished your school.
I finished my school.
You were still at the embassy.
I was still at the embassy.
But you ended up working in Louis Vuitton, didn't you?
Yes.
How did that
was
happen?
because I studied actually. I did a master degree in fashion management. Okay, and I started with Louis Vuitton as my entry-level job, and
not a bad job to start.
Not a bad job at all. Yes, not a bad in a Louis Vuitton flagship store.
All right. So then, from Louis Vuitton, what was the next step? Where are you going to go from Louis Vuitton?
Well, actually, next? I did when my son was born in Madrid. It was 2009. Then I started. I took a break. Yeah, mother's leave. Okay, and then we decided then to leave Madrid altogether and try out something completely new. And our next step was Miami.
Oh, you see, something before Marbella.
Yes. So I went to. I lived in Miami for. We lived there for a little bit more than half a year. So, and that was another.
How was that
great
experience? Because you've already been in the States. So were you happy to go back and try Miami again?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm always happy to go to the States because States was the first actually country I visited and I've stayed a long time. So yeah, to the States I go like home.
But then what happened? How did you then end up from Miami back to Marbella? How did you then choose Marbella to be the base where you live and to come here? What happened?
So the logic behind was that I didn't want to go back to Madrid anymore.
Why was that?
I just felt that it's a big city. I had a kid, and I wanted something a calmer life. More relaxing, more nature, and this is why I chose Marbella. And why Marbella? Because also there is an Estonian community, quite wide Estonian community here, and also international crowd that you might not find maybe in Valencia or any other coastal city than you find here. So that was basically why I wanted to come to Marbella.
What happened next? What happened to your life in Marbella when you first came here?
I got a job. I got a nice job. I worked for 5 years in Dolce & Gabbana, in a boutique as an assistant manager in Banús, Puerto Banús, and that was my another very nice experience. So I learned a lot.
So how would you compare that time to working in Louis Vuitton to now working in Dolce & Gabbana?
Well, you work as a manager. Yeah, this is a very different animal. You have up to 16 people in your team.
Was it challenging?
It's challenging, especially in winter times when you don't have that many people.
Well, so
budgets are still there, or budgets are the achievement. The budgets they monthly they would be increased. So it was tough to reach the goals.
Overall, I would like to talk about Marbella a little bit. Like, what does this Marbella lifestyle mean to you? Or this Marbella life that, a lot of people have they have their ideas about what it is, the ones who don't live here. And I'm sure the ones who will live here also have different experiences. Depends on the life that you live. But what is Marbella lifestyle for you?
Marbella lifestyle for me. I have to break it to you. It's not this luxury bling bling life at all for me. This is not what Marbella is for me. Marbella is for me a nice weather, nature, beach, tranquility, mountains, peace. This is Marbella life for me. This is just for me. I just live a very normal person life. Okay, I do I come from luxury business. I love beautiful things. I love beautiful houses, absolutely. But I live a very simple life.
That's something that I like a lot about Marbella. Actually, is that people, this is what they see in social media a lot. They see the nice cars, the beach club, the champagne, which is all there. But there is so much more to Marbella.
Absolutely, and we live here. You live here also as 13 years, right?
Yes.
Like me, right? Do we go like a party every night with the champagne? We don't.
We have done that. I think everyone goes through that. You come here, you go to these places, you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You have to enjoy it. You have to try it.
You have to do it. You have to enjoy it.
You go to these places that everyone goes. But then once you settle in, also when you have kids, you just find there's so much more to Marbella. Like you said, the mountains, the nature. There's so much going on, and there's lovely, simple restaurants and places that
Exactly. Or go around Marbella. Go to those small little towns, pueblitos.
Yes.
They are. Marbella has a very different face as well.
So what are your favorite places in Marbella to go?
Well, as you mentioned before, those little Spanish restaurants. I always I don't go to new open places, that are really flashy and bling bling places. I maybe go there once and I try and that's it. But my favorite go-tos are always, those Spanish, when you get the really good, restaurants that have been around for decades.
Such as?
I'm going to tell you later. I'm going to tell you. They are simple Spanish restaurants. They work with prime materials. The meat is good. The veggies are good. The prime materials. You don't need more.
The
traditional cooking.
I think what we will do is you will find all of Margit's favorite restaurants and places in my blog. later. So you will have to go to my blog and you will see all of her recommendations.
I will share everything with you where
So
I go. So if you want to eat well, because I have lived in Spain for such a long time, and I always go to the places where Spaniards go because I do trust their taste.
But that's the best.
If you see a restaurant is full and it is full of Spaniards,
you know, that's the place.
You are in the right place.
So true.
But I do like to go also to very beautiful places, like Puente Romano. I like also very much Marbella Club, and especially winter time. If I would, for example, I'd like to have a nice glass of wine with a friend of mine, then I would go there in. There is at the entrance, when they put the fireplace there.
Yes, so beautiful.
It's always on in winter time, and they serve you a really beautiful glass of wine and some nibbles, and it's really it's an experience. Totally. It's an experience. So I do like luxury places, too, very much so, and this is one of them, my go-to.
Definitely, I think. Life is about balance, isn't it?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
To find a little bit of luxury in your day is also good, but you don't have to think of Marbella as the most expensive restaurants and everything is so expensive. Everything is
absolutely not
all over the top. Yes, there is that.
Marbella has so many.
We have also €2 tapa places, and the simplest, nicest places with the best food as well. So you can really get it all.
I absolutely encourage you to actually dig out those simple places where Spaniards go, as we mentioned, and go and check them out.
This episode is brought to you by Besaya Beach and Tikitano by Besaya. Visit my website to find out more about these beautiful restaurants. I would also like to ask you about dating in Marbella. How do you think is the dating scene in Marbella, or how would you describe it?
Dating, I'm not really part of it. It depends also what are you looking for, If you want this quick dating and mating, go to any beach club, go there, I don't know, go topless, date and mate. Okay, you have dates for months to come, okay. It really depends what you want. But if you want something meaningful in your life, I just think that you shouldn't be looking at all.
It will just come.
Exactly. Don't look. Don't look, it comes. If it has to happen, it happens. And just take care of yourself, just invest in yourself. I'm not saying that invest in beauty procedures. No, invest in yourself that, do the hobbies you like to do. Go and play tennis or go and conquer mountains or whatever you do, sail or whatever you do really. And read and develop yourself. How do you say it,
or just become the person you want to meet.
Exactly, become a more interesting person. Okay,
because I think a lot of women are looking. I'm looking for this, I don't know, kind, rich, that person.
Yes.
But then do you think, are you all of these things?
Exactly. Okay, and comes this kind, rich, beautiful guy. Okay, handsome. Sorry, guys. Handsome guy, and he's gonna ask, so what have you done?
Yeah, why would I want to be with you, right?
Exactly. Why would I want to be with you? Girls, ask always this of yourself, right? So you need to become interesting.
So true. Let's continue on Marbella Life. Another thing that is very common now here in Marbella, well, probably in other places too, thanks to the celebrities, is the plastic fantastic revolution.
Oh my God, yeah.
To having big lips and cheekbones and whatever else. How do you feel about that?
um, anybody can do whatever they want to do. Okay. I personally prefer natural. I don't say that I'm against it. If it makes you prettier, then do it. But do it in a way that nobody will notice it. I think that's the key. I have done it too. Yeah, I recognize I have done it too, and I was happy with the result.
You're talking about botox? Or
yes, I've
filler?
tried it. Yeah, because I just out of interest as well. I would, I would like to try different things, but don't overdo it. I think that what women, very many women are doing is just they are changing their faces. They are already very beautiful women, and they just rack their face. They don't look any more natural. They look, budgy. What's the word in English? They don't look any more natural, and they certainly don't look pretty.
I think it's gone out of hand, but it's definitely because of the social media influence from the celebrities who are promoting it even now.
And
because
women,
it used to be a thing maybe that you also said, no, I haven't done anything, and used to be maybe here, there, you do a little bit, but now it's almost like if you haven't done it, you are weird, let's be honest, because, I haven't done any Botox or anything, and I'm not saying I will never do it. I might do it, but I'm still in my 30s, and what's going to happen if I start now? I'm just trying to find some other natural alternatives.
Remedies and
first, and of course, if necessary, we will do some other things later.
Exactly.
But I think now they're even saying you should start Botox when you're 20 or 25 to prevent. But I just see it as a little bit like a business model. I think it's also important that we age gracefully, because why do I need to look 20 when I'm 37? I don't have this need to look 20 because I'm not. And of course, I want to look best when I'm 40 or 50, but I am not afraid to have a few wrinkles to show that I have laughed and loved and lived.
Exactly. I think that's the way to go. That just to go and chase every wrinkle you have in your face. I think it's just not worth it. Okay, because we are getting older. And there is nothing we can do about it. So go and live your life and at fullest, and just don't worry about these things, and get the great lifestyle. Sleep well, eat well, don't drink, don't smoke.
Tell me more about your lifestyle. Tell me more about your beauty routines, because really you don't need to do all of these injections to look beautiful. I mean, look at you, you look beautiful. So I think there's so many things you can do in other ways. So tell me about your beauty
sports
tricks.
Sports. There is nothing that number one rejuvenating remedy is sports. Okay, you need to break the sweat. You absolutely need to break the sweat. So do sports. Eat well. Don't eat just junk food. Don't drink, or drink little, right? Have a glass of wine then and there. I don't smoke, for example. Never have. I don't take sun to my face. Never. Never. I don't go to the beach and lie at the beach for hours. I don't do that. I only do in summer from 7 till 8 to get the golden glow, okay, without any tanning cream.
And what do you eat? What are your tricks and tips?
I don't eat.
I can see that.
I do eat, but I skip meals. Okay, so in my case, I don't do breakfast. So,
I don't eat breakfast either.
Yeah, I do this intermittent fasting, 16/8, and I eat very natural things. In the morning, I do a little little ice cube around the face, just waking it up a little bit. I do sauna, for example. I do hot and cold. I think these are the things they all, at the end of the day, they help you to look healthier.
I think also your mindset is definitely related why you look so beautiful, because you are so positive. you're so determined, you have this mindset, like you said, from early onwards, you just knew I was gonna go, I was gonna do. So where have you adopted this mindset? Or,
I think
or
this is...
have you just been born with this?
Yeah, I think it's just... No, I wasn't born with it. Definitely not. But I think that with negativity, what do you get in life? You know, what do you achieve in life? Okay, everybody's gonna hate you. You have to be positive, and in order to get this energy, you just start doing things. Just get busy, busy. You know, the busier you get, you know, the more doors are gonna open for you, more possibilities you're gonna have, and this is what makes me happy. I think that in my life, all the people that I have met, they are my influencers, because I learn from everybody. I learn something. But yeah, there is one event that I would like to point out that happened in 2008 or even 2007. I was in a small airplane.
Where?
Yeah, it's
Where was that?
In Valencia, above Valencia. Okay, so what happened is that a friend of mine who is a pilot, I used to live in Madrid then. He said, okay, let's go and have lunch in Ibiza. All right, okay, yeah, great. That's a great idea. All right, so when I saw the airplane, those are the small airplanes, not Cessna, but the Bonanza.
With the propellers.
Yes, with the propeller, Bonanza. And I expressed my uncertainty, you know, with this airplane, but he said, no, this is the Mercedes of all the small planes. All right. Coming from the pilot, I trust you. Everything was fine. So anyhow, we took off from Madrid, we went to Valencia, Castelló de la Plana, just to pick up some of the things, and then we wanted to continue in Ibiza. So what happened is that in mid-air, taking off from Castelló de la Plana, we all of a sudden, the two little doors that cover the engine that is in the front, okay, they just flipped open. They weren't locked.
Oh, wow.
Okay, they were closed, but they weren't locked. Anyhow, they started flipping, you know, up and down, you know. Oh my God, I'm myself with a small plane,
so
you know.
it was just two of you?
Two of us. I look down, I see those dark brown picos, you know, the tips of the mountains. In Valencia, it's, you know, Valencia, that area is very lots of mountains. And, you know, and then I look at my friend and I see him, you know, sweating, getting out the map already, calling the airports, okay, to do a emergency landing, okay. And this is where I actually started. You have no idea the adrenaline rush in your blood. No. You have no idea. To the point
you were already thinking that this could be
it. To the point that I didn't feel my lower body. And there is actually nothing I could do. And there was I sitting, my whole life was basically going through my eyes, you know, my whole life. And you know what is really interesting, what I was thinking at that time about people, about my friends, you know, why did I, for example, say this to her or to him, or why did I say this, and it shouldn't have been like that. You know, I started
regretting some
things.
I
started regretting things, and I thought, okay, you know, if I'm gonna make out of if I'm gonna make it, you know, make it, then I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix them all, and which I did. That's nice. So we were somehow flipping, you know, we went back Castelló de la Plana. We had all the already emergency team waiting, you know, fire squad, you know, they were already waiting. And I remember when we landed, I couldn't open the door. I was just so crazy.
In shock, probably.
It's in shock that I couldn't. A friend of mine just opened the door for me, and I started running. And I ran and I ran and I ran. I ran towards the horizon.
Really?
Yes.
You just ran away?
I just ran. And
how do you look back at it now?
yeah, I look back at it, you know, first of all, what I did was I had to get back to that plane again.
Really?
Because I needed to go to have lunch in Ibiza, right? So
I can't believe you went back.
I did. Because if you don't do it, it's gonna be, you're always gonna be afraid of flying, which I was already before a little bit. But you need to face your fears, because a lot what's going on with us is in our brain actually. Okay, so I went back. First I went to the bar, I had a shot, and then I went back to the plane. So
you went straight back?
I went straight back on the same moment and to Ibiza.
And everything was fine?
Everything was fine. And everything was fine. But this incident actually, it did change my life drastically. Yeah, there is no need for negativity. There's no need.
But you were probably quite positive before. But
I was, but now
like
even more. Now
extra.
I don't permit any negativity in my life. No negative people, no negative situations. I always solve them. If there is something negativity, I always solve them, and to get the positive outcome. But this is how I am.
So tell me, how do you make it as a real estate agent? Because there is so many real estate agents in Marbella. How do you make it?
Yeah, competition here is fierce.
You have to be a shark.
You have to be a shark here, okay? But you need to be a good shark here. And, you know, but a lot of those people who come here are not very quality people and do shady things as well. So you have those people who are working here as well. So you just need to find somebody you can trust, because selling real estate at the end of the day is about people. It's not about houses. It's not about villas, properties. It's about people. It's a people business. Find somebody you trust and work with them.
So people who want to come and live in Marbella and they think, oh, it's so expensive, it's so glamorous, everything costs so much. What would be the advice? Just come and you figure it out?
I wouldn't maybe drastically. I wouldn't probably change my life like this. I would just still keep something in your country. You know, I've seen people who are just selling off everything what they have, and then they come here. No, don't do that. Come here, rent, drive around, live in different places, get to know Spain. You might not like it. You might not like it, because Spain is one thing is to be here, and another thing is to actually live here. So come and experience this first, and then decide if you want to live here. And then when you have decided, okay, you really want to make Spain as your home, this is when you call me. Okay, this is where you call me, because I sell real estate. Okay, I've lived here for 23 years. All right, and don't start inventing bicycle. Okay, call me and I'm gonna get you started.
And you will find Margit's details to her Instagram and her YouTube.
My YouTube.
So you can follow her and see where she's going, what she's selling, how is her life going. So, and you feel free to contact her. And tell me more about your work. How is your work?
I am more specialized mid to high properties, but if you have a lower budget, then I help you out.
You'll find a way.
Absolutely, we will find always a way. So this is not a problem. But as you asked before, that what's the difference? Yeah, I have a very different life at the moment because I am a entrepreneur. Yeah, I work for myself. Okay, and that's a very different animal. Very different than for working for somebody, okay, or working for yourself, okay. And I'm actually happy that after so many years I have been working for somebody, I'm actually in this point that I'm working for myself.
So you will never go back to working for
Never
somebody.
say never, but I'm happy what I'm doing now, and I'm full of energy and positivism, and I think it's all gonna go well. It always does.
So thank you, Margit, so much for your time, and
you are so welcome.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah.
And
thank you so much for your invite.
Thank you. And if you want to know more about Margit's favorite places, where does she go, her favorite houses at the moment that she's selling, then you must go to my blog, tenesommer.com, and you will find all the information there. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Maybe we will do even another episode with Margit and see.
Let's do it.
Let's see. We keep all ends open.
We don't promise anything, but it might happen.
So anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much.
This episode is brought to you by Sommermood, sustainable clothing brand that is comfy and chic. Visit the online shop, sommermood.com.